All right, and welcome to. I don't know what exactly this is, but I'm gonna do a series. I've got a small script and some points written out on the side. I've got my handy dandy microphone because I don't have an arm for it. I lost it apparently. And I'm gonna do a series where I'm gonna talk about different topics that are important to me that I think a lot more people should pay attention to. And hopefully you'll get some value and you'll learn some things and you'll get some perspective out of it. And yeah, that's gonna be the key. So I'm just gonna ramble. I was gonna do a fancy edit and all these things, but I honestly could not be asked because I think sometimes less is more. And today's topic was habits, and it was talking particularly about James Clear. So I had like some notes that I made and kind of points that I'm gonna run through, and then I'm gonna ramble on and see if it makes sense to you, and if you can relate to it, that's great. If it speaks to you, resonates, and you can apply the principles, I think that's the most important thing, more than like taking notes and whatnot. So we're going to talk about Atomic Habits, James Clear. It is a great book. If you've not read it, I highly recommend it. I've read it twice and I have to get a refresher on it, and I think I need to read it again because it talks about habits and routines, and so many of us are scared of routines and habits because we think it's a prison, myself included, because we think it's like a for life and we live in this society of, like, I don't want to be bound by the A4 life and all these things. So I think it ties into that. And yeah, and it's just about having systems basically. So the first thing we're going to talk about is systems and those things. That's why it matters. Like, it's a Saturday, it's a day off for most people, and I still get up at the same time, mostly voluntarily because it's like programmed in me. But I still get up around 5-6 a.m. because I do it Monday to Friday. So if you were to say, stay out on the weekend and you're rough on Sunday, Mondays are hard. That's why you hate Mondays. But if you were to keep the same routine and rhythm, Monday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and still get up around the same time, but have a slow morning rather than a fast, I gotta get to work morning, you'd keep the routine and it'd be so much easier to get to work on Monday. You wouldn't be exhausted. Your central nervous system wouldn't hate you, and you might look forward to work that day. I think that's the most important thing, right? And it's the whole systems and a routine thing with training. I train or work out or get my steps in, not because I necessarily always want to. It's because it's routine, it's rhythm, it's systems. I get my steps in on autopilot in the treadmill because if I don't feel like myself. It's like brushing your teeth, and accountability ties in, right? When you were a kid and you had to brush your teeth and you didn't always want to, so your parents had to like remind you. They were like, go brush your teeth. And first you're like, meh, I'm not so sure. Then they remind you to do it. And the next day, same thing. You fight and you do it. And then as a grown up, probably you brush your teeth out of habit and routine, right? Because it was instilled into you. One, you had accountability from your parents, which is essentially a coach. And two, you built that habit and routine. So that's the point. You feel weird if you don't brush your teeth. You can your teeth feel like sticky the next day, or even the night. I just don't feel myself. It's the same with my steps. If I don't get the treadmill and I don't get my steps in, or I don't get to a better cardio exercise, I don't feel like myself. And that's the most important thing to remember, I think. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about I think the book is really good, and it talks about a lot of things running through my head right now that I want to talk about. But clothing, for example, is another important thing. The prospect of you having to pack your bag the night before you go to school, because in the morning you wake up, you want to get up and leave. You don't want to spend time thinking, because decision fatigue is what he talks about as well. And it's a big thing we have, because through the day your decision fatigue goes down because you make decisions on what to wear, what to drink, what bus to take. If the traffic is a jam and there's an accident and you're like, oh damn, now we gotta find another way to get to work, suddenly you have to think. You don't just walk on autopilot, doom scroll, sitting on the train to work like you would say in a big city, and then get to work. Suddenly you're like, whoa, the time just disappeared, right? And then you can put your decision energy towards something else, and then by the end of the day you run out of decision making, so you can't be asked to make like, oh, I don't know what I want for dinner, I can't think, and that's decision fatigue. If you eliminate a lot of things that you can with systems and autopilot and habits, all those words are intertwined, your life becomes a lot smoother and you have time to prioritize for the things you need. So I've been wearing the same stinky dog covered hair white sweater for like, I want to say a month, and it sounds gross, but it's like I only wear it at home with Goose because he's white coated golden, and everything is covered in white hair, but you can't see it on this except all the stains of peanut butter and jam. But like, the point is, Steve Jobs did the same thing, right? He bragged about wearing the same clothes every single day. Like, he bought the same pair of shirt but 7 different pairs, and he wore the same thing because he didn't want to spend time decision fatiguing himself to go what to wear. That's why we have uniforms in school. It's why you have uniforms in other jobs. Police officers, military, right? They don't need time to think about what to wear. They need time to think, to act, and do the job. So when you go to an office and you're like, oh, in the morning, I don't know what to wear, I don't feel comfortable, like, the amount of indecision and decision fatigue you're putting upon yourself is insane. Because no wonder by the end of the day you can't decide what you want to wear, and you're stressed, and you want caffeine, and you're craving junk food and all these things, right? It's indecision fatigue. So systemize your life in the sense of, wear more of the same. Or if you like an outfit that you're comfortable in, buy more of the same outfit. And it doesn't matter if your friends or coworkers seeing you wear the same thing. If you're comfortable, confident, and it does the job, why does it matter? Now, I like to dress up on special occasions, dinners, weekends, and that. Then definitely I'll put out effort and time and energy into that. But otherwise, I'm just like, grab whatever. Especially a dog parent, you can catch us wearing the most disgusting, weirdest outfits, mix match socks and different shoes, and pairs of shoes in the corner over there. Like, shit's just ready to go because I don't want to decide. I gotta walk him. I'm just gonna put on whatever and go. Like, what am I getting ready for? I'm not gonna meet. I mean, could meet my wife there, but like, if she doesn't like me the way it is, then it's not my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, decision fatigue. So that's a big one. It's the same with food. It ties in with nutrition, and I have this conversation every single day with a new client, an existing client. Like, oh, I don't know how to start. It's overwhelming. It's this and it's hard. It is, but it's not. Like, all you have to do with nutrition is eat the same stuff over and over again 99% of the time, and then have a bit of freedom on once or twice a week, right? So you have the same breakfast and the same lunches. Now, you make them enjoyable. You really find stuff that you look forward to. You're like, I cannot wait to have that breakfast tomorrow. Then it's much better. Like, I am on a cottage cheese sourdough toast bread in the air fryer thing with a banana and some honey. I just had it, and I cannot wait for tomorrow to have it again. That's what I'm looking forward to. I know it's a great breakfast. It's got great macros, great protein. It keeps me full, satiated, and I can't wait for it. And when I get bored, I'll switch back to my oatmeal, which is about the same calories because I have some protein powder, some fruit in there, similar micronutrients, similar density, keeps me full. And again, I can't wait to look forward to it. Same with my lunches, same with my dinners, and that's it. And Saturday, so like tonight, I make a homemade pizza. Just mix it up a little bit, like. Then, because it's Saturday, I've got all this time in the world. I can spend more time deciding and energy on that because I'm slower and I've got more freedom, so I can dedicate more energy to it. Basically, that's the main thing. It's like training, I don't want to be a training person. I find it overwhelming. I don't have the energy. I'm tired. Like, whatever excuse comes in, it's not an excuse. It's just a lack of routine and habit. Because resistance is the next thing we have to talk about, and the resistance is between, I guess he this kind of explained it, and it's a really good way to explain it. It's like, if you want to go to the fridge and you want to get a snack, I don't think he explained it like that, but I think that's like my perception of it, or my take on it. It's like, if you want to go and you're snacky and you feel like you're snacky, you think you're hungry and you want to go to the fridge and grab a snack, put an obstacle course between you and the fridge. Or put your fridge outside. It's cold now. It's like -10, right? Then suddenly, like, you'll have to endure that said event or that said uncomfortability or resistance to do that outcome, that task, and you're like, you start outweighing it. And you're like, should I not? Whereas if there is no resistance, if the snack drawer is right next to you at your computer or work desk or wherever you are, and you can just grab the snacks, there's zero resistance for your body to fight, so you'll just do it. So create resistance and remove resistance from the things you want to become your new habits, like the gym. Pack your bags, don't doom scroll in the morning, like get out of bed, jump into your shoes, and walk to the gym like a zombie. That's it. Have a cup of coffee ready for you there. Have your phone there. Like, have something that you get you there. And create less resistance, less of a barrier to entry. And then on the weaknesses or the weak areas you have, like snacking or phone procrastination, nowadays it's very common to have these apps that have like screen time locks. They're very like gamified. Probably work for a lot of people. Like if you wake up and you doom scroll, that's the first thing you do. Get one of those apps and have your phone locked so it's only an alarm clock for the first half an hour of the day, so that you can walk on the treadmill or do some exercise or plan your day better. So then you have resistance between you and that dopamine and that doom scrolling. Because it all ties into the fact that we just are humans that need programming, and we're all hopeless. Like, I'm just rambling now, but I just realized that's what it is. Without a system, we are just aimlessly wandering for the easiest option, and we have the option and the opportunity to like train ourselves, to program ourselves to be better, but we have to be willing to do that. I'm just having like a eye-opening experience while I'm doing this, I guess, or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna call it there. I could probably keep rambling, but I want to try and wrap it up for now and see what happens. I want to try and do one of these long format videos once a week about different topics. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you on the next one.